do some more sketching. So back at the Getty, and this was really cool. I took this photo because I wanted to use it for perspective, to teach the kids perspective, or the people at our school. So, but this is kind of cool because we have a group. Things happen in threes, and you'll find that a lot. So let's draw these people in threes. So let's see. Here's a different. This is a blue pen. This one's kind of cool. I can start using some of these. I like green, but this one. This is a thinner pen. But for this, we will start with the blue. All right. So we'll really push it back. Okay. So what do we have? We have these two people here, and then we have this one over here. So horizon line will be here, and this is this guy, and he's just kind of standing, and then she's going to go this way. I'll go like that. So we can bring the eye in, and then back here, she's over here, off in the distance, is this person walking. So that's going to Cal stay cool. These guys are going to be in the foreground. So we go straight, curve, curve. So the eye goes boom, and then it stops. And then way off in the distance, I can put another person here. Okay, that's your land. So now we'll start with that, and then I can go to the green. You know, you can work with different colors, okay? So this person, I'm going to put in shape, you know, and start to measure. Try to leave the head for last. And man, have we come up with a lot of head jokes. Really funny stuff. Leave the head for last. You can do it in the front, but if you do it in the beginning, then it sets a weird precedent sometimes because the proportions are off. Corey and I were having way too much fun with it. So Corey said he doesn't care what order you do the head as long as it's eventually there. I just think it's funny as hell because I just think it's hilarious. Okay, so here she's got her head to the shoulder. All of my crazy stories are approved by, believe it or not, a psychiatrist. And he's tough. And I used to be at the airport. He was a buddy of mine. And I would be acting out my stories that I was going to do that day. Okay, imagine you've got this very, very successful psychiatrist. He's one of my very best friends. We're 5 a.m. at the airport waiting to get on a plane. He's sitting there and I am acting out the lectures that I'm going to do that day at the university. And he's approving or not approving. That's how detailed this stuff gets. So I saw him the other day. We had dinner and I was all paranoid. And I said, you know, I really want to get back to the fun stuff. But I'm so scared, you know, because of the way things are right now. And he says, and I started giving him some of the new ones, and that was one of them. You know, head in the beginning, head at the end, doesn't matter as long as you get head. He laughed. He says, "You're online. Do whatever you want. You can choose whether to watch it or not." But the whole theory is to wake you up. So when I say something outrageous, know there's going to be something really important, you know, right at the other side of that. And then when I go into an unrelated story, it gives you a chance to digest it, and I'm going to hit you with something really crazy again. So it's worked for, oh man, 40 years. I was teaching just, at Art Center for one semester, and the model comes in the room, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Oh my God, I hadn't seen the guy in over 20 years. And he turns to the class, he says, "Do you realize this guy can get you a job?" And he pointed to me, and then he started quoting my lectures as if he had just heard them. he heard those 20 to 25 years ago on a model stand, and he quoted them, and I thought, you know, as scary as these lectures are, they freaking work. So leave the head for later. As long as it's there, you'll be happy. But if you put it in too fast, that's going to determine the proportions of your figure. So if I go from the shoulders down to the feet, then I measure and say, okay, now I can put in the heads. Because in animation, everything is determined. You know, 2.5 heads tall for a cartoon, you know, 12 heads tall for a superhero, you know, 7.5 heads for a human. So we use it for later. Okay, so here we go. So there we go. And, you know, if I want to check my, you know, perspective, you know, I can say, okay, I'm horizon line's about here. You know, so we can throw it in there. Because once we put the marker in, these lines will go away. So now we commit. We'll commit with the heavier one. And let's see. She's got a ponytail here. Doesn't have to be her, though. Now, her wrinkles are going this way. They're folds. I want them to go this way to guide to him. So we're going to get down to details. Even with just a fold, use it to guide the viewer's eye. So we're going to go there. Sheldon, did you just use a napkin that has a marker on it to wipe your nose? Yeah. You're going to die. I know. Okay, so now she's walking this way. So she's walking away from him. He's just kind of chilling, looking at her. She's talking to him. He's really tall. So I'm going to put a straight line there, and then we're going like this. So let's take give me something to go like this. There we go. So this is coming around like that. So we have this flow from her coming around this way to him. Yeah, so he's walking too. We got that, and he's wearing a backpack. Okay, and then she's looking out over the horizon. She's holding a purse. She's taking a picture. She's got a purse. Purse is going to come around this way and it's going to stop the viewer's eye. So we're going to go like this, stop the eye. And then this leg here will take you to the camera. Okay, then way off in the distance, person is standing there looking. Boom, so we go, come out from there. All right, let's see what we can do here. That can be a lot of flesh because kind of back view. Center of interest, let's see. I'm gonna go, let's do a red backpack. and the little red dot in the background. So, boom. And then, so dude, make him all gray. Kind of blackish gray. Here. So we got that. And I really like that contrast we did. So let's find that green. Where did I put it? Here we go. So that's your center of interest right there. And then this green can go into green pants. So that'll guide the eye. And then this gray will go into this shirt. So that's kind of cool. We have like a opposite thing happening. And we can go black on the hair. Let's do a and then this person's going off in the distance. So just grab a light gray. Well, this is red. Leave that alone. Excuse me. Well, this is green. I got two. That's cool. I put different colors in my pens. That's green. Wow, I can get rid of some of these pens. I have to have so many in here. Ooh, bleed. See that? It's really bleeding. I think this is a red. Yeah, it's a red. There's a shadow behind me, and it's coming in like there. And that's connecting everybody. And there we go. I do lots of these. Fill up tons of sketchbooks. Because when you're animating, you might remember, you know, there was a sketchbook that had a really cool drawing in it. I'm not that organized. When I'm done with the sketchbooks, I either put them on a shelf at the school, these good ones, but the run-of-the-mill sketchbooks, I have it by the door. It's like this tall. Upstairs in the attic are tons of sketchbooks and drawings. I've got stacks of figure drawings. They're real pretty, like portfolio level, just stacks of them. And so many. Okay, so from here to here, I'm going to put little dots. Oh, it's kind of fun, just go boom, 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 boom. Sketching. We're learning our head drawing, our figure drawing, our perspective, our landscape composition, our value in color, so we can sketch. the sketching is where the career comes in. Because if we don't get a sketch that works, the finished painting or drawing is not going to work. Excuse me. A lot of times I'll do this, for a professional piece, I'll do the sketch in my head and then go right to finish because I'm on, on a deadline. But it's because I've done thousands of sketches that we can do that. Okay? All right. Let's have some more fun. We'll do some more stuff.